Hi everyone, I'm delighted to give you a tour of my brand new media importer app called Audicy. For those of you who use Safari Downloader Plus or Chrome Downloader Plus, Audicy should look familiar since it's a hybrid of their embedded media importer. It is now a standalone app which allows you to browse your entire device and add any supported audio, video to your music app, videos app, ringtones, podcasts, without having to rely on iTunes or connect to your Mac or PC. Odyssey comes packed with some very cool and handy features which you won't find anywhere else, like support for either 3G, LTE, and Wi-Fi modes, like a beautiful interface designed exclusively to search Google Images for a specific album artwork, and of course the long-awaited ability to easily trim or cut any supported audio file to a desired fragment which you can use as a favorite ringtone or a favorite song. So let's dive in and see how it works. When you first open Odyssey, you are greeted with these slides which give you an overview of the app. It also tells you how it integrates easily with other packages like Safari Downloader Plus, Chrome Downloader Plus, and SoundCloud Plus. You can also contact the developer. You also have links to this video and a link to view a page of instructions on how to use the app as well. So let's just get out of here. To start using the app, you need to tap the second tab, which is the one with the icon that looks like a loop. Now, Odyssey works as a mini finder to browse your entire device. And if we keep going back, you see it takes you back to the root of your device. Now, the same icon that looks like a loop, if you double tap it, it would take you to your mobile directory, or to your home directory indeed. Now from there you can browse and look for files. As you can see, I've got a list of files here. Another way to get to Odyssey is from other applications. So in this instance I've got SoundCloud, and from within SoundCloud I've got a list of tracks I've downloaded. If I tap on the three dots and click locate file, it would take me to the directory where that file is. Same works as well from within Safari Downloader Plus. Now here's a list of videos I've got. So if I want to locate, for example, this one, so I do locate the file and it would take me to the directory where it is and highlight it for me as well. Okay, so to start the import process, you can view the file by playing it right there, or you can tap the three dots. Sorry, I missed that. Tap the three dots. This will give you options to choose what destinations you would like to import to. You can import to your music app. You can import this as a ringtone, as a podcast, as a music video, TV show. You can even open it in other apps, and then these are all the apps that support this particular file. So let's just do a simple import. So I'll do import to music, and immediately you can see that I extracted an artwork from within the video. Now, if I go back to Safari and trigger the import from there, now it would pick all the information that's already available. Now, I can change this artwork by clicking search Google for album artwork, and it would search based on the title, but of course I can put any other keyword here and search for it. So I'm just going to choose this one, If I need to change anything, I can add a track number, for example 1, or an album name if I need to, and do an import if I wish so. You can change the import destination after you've selected it by tapping on the on this drop down menu. So I'll leave as a song and do an import. Now import is now progressing in the background. Your media should appear in its corresponding destination shortly. Now hopefully this shouldn't take that long. It takes usually a few seconds, and funny enough, here it is, import done. One item was successfully imported. Now it also gives you an option to open the music app to destination, and as you can see here, it is right there. So let's just make sure it's playing, and yeah, it looks as it's fine. When you are browsing for files, Audicy is implicitly extracting any embedded metadata from the files that support so. Now in this screen, the MP4 files that I have here don't have any metadata embedded within them, but if I go to this test files folder, I've got 3 songs there that are MP3 files. They were downloaded off the internet, and these ones, they have embedded data, so this is why it is displaying the title, it's displaying a view of the artwork as well. Don't forget that Audicy also allows you to import multiple files at once. Now in this folder I have all the songs from an album, so if I go select and do select all and hit import, you can choose an import destination. I'm gonna import them as a song as well. So if I click song, import is now progressing in the background. Of course, there are 12 songs in there, so this might take a while. So what I'm going to do, I will quickly fast forward to when they are done. And here we are, 12 items were successfully imported. If I open the music app, so I'll just go back, and as you can see, they are all here, which is really very, very, very cool. Now, the long-awaited function of trimming an audio file and importing it as a ringtone. Let's go back to Audicy. The song I'm interested in is Work by Rihanna. So if I tap the 3 dots, import to music, well, I need it as a ringtone, so I can always change from here. And what I'm going to do, I'll just make the song, the title shorter. And if I click trim audio, this is the audio trimming interface, which should have everything you need to be able to manipulate your audio. You can preview, you can start by previewing the song in this example by tapping the play or pause it. Another way to play the song is just by tapping on the blue playhead at this level where the dot is. So if I tap on it, it starts playing. I'll just pause it. If you can also scrub through the song quickly, by moving it, by moving the playhead. Okay, I'll just quickly pause that, and you can see these handlers, the left handler and the right handler. These what sets the start point and the end point. So you can also change them with your finger. Now notice when you select a handler, it turns red. Red is to denote that it's the handler being selected right now. So if I click on the R, you can see that it gets selected in red. Now go back to the left handler. as you change the left-hander, notice the start point and the duration keep changing accordingly. Okay? Same thing with the right handler. Another way to set the start point, for example, is by playing the song, and if the song gets to a point that I'm interested in, I can just tap this button, move L to playhead, and it would move the handler to the position where the playhead was at the time when I tapped on the button. So I'll just try that. So if I click it, you see that it moves to the position where it was. I'll just forward a bit, and let's do the same for the right. And as you see, it did exactly the same as well. Right, what else to say? Okay, the reset button would put everything back to the start positions. Another way to also set the in and out point is by inputting manual values. So if you tap on the text itself, notice that you get a keyboard and the text gets selected. Yeah, I'll just do the same here. You see, it gets selected, ready for you to input a value. I'm just going to come out of there. So the endpoint is at 7 minutes and 34 seconds. But notice when I tap it, it changes to 454. 454 is basically how many seconds are in 7 minutes and 34 seconds. So if you want to input values, you would input them in seconds. So I'm just going to put an and start point of 2 minutes. So 2 minutes would be 120 seconds. To get rid of the keyboard, you tap anywhere else. You can tap on a new duration, that would get rid of it. And as you can see, it is set at 2 minutes. If I want to set the endpoint at 3 minutes, let's say, so that's 180 seconds, tap on a new duration, and it is now set at 3 minutes. Okay, you can also have more control by sliding your finger from the bottom up to bring this control. Now, in this song of Rihanna, let's say we want to set a ringtone. Okay, I'll just put back the handler to around, let's say 18, 17. And the end point at around 34, I think, something around that. Okay, and let's play it. Okay, let's suppose you're controlled by fine-tuning this position of the endpoint, for example. So right now, the endpoint, it's, when they get really close, sometimes you try and select it and it doesn't want to get selected. See, I'm trying to select the right one, but the left one keeps getting selected. Now this issue can arise. Now to avoid all of that, this control at the bottom allows you to have more control. Now to be able to toggle your selection, you can tap on the right and the right one gets selected, on the left and the left one gets selected. So you got these arrows as well, which denote the right for selecting the right and the left arrow for selecting the left. Once you select, for example, the left arrow and you start sliding across, now you are controlling how it is moving. Okay? So I'll just put things back to 0 quickly to demonstrate. Now I select the left handler and start moving. Now the problem is, now let's say it's moving really slow. This is, like I said, is for fine tuning, but you can change the amount by which the handler moves. So by using 2 fingers on the screen, pinching, like you do to zoom in or out of an image. So if I pinch down, the smaller the amount, the bigger the distance. And as you can see, now the distance gets bigger. If I pump up the value, 100 means it will increment by milliseconds, by 1 millisecond at a time, as you can see it. Now let's suppose you want to get to 40 and you want to be able to control around 40, so you can select and select out of it. So the amount that I wanted is 19.06, I think, and then using this, that's it. Yeah. I want it at 34082. So maybe it's too hard to select, so I'll just go even lower. Now that should be, should I just go higher, and now it should be easier. There you go, 34082. And if I play the song, now these values I played around with them, so I don't have to make you wait. And yeah, that should hopefully help you fine-tune your in and out points. I think I've said everything to cover the handling of the audio. One more thing to add, you've got this button here to get help. If you tap it, it will take you to this video on YouTube. Once you're happy with your setup, all that is left is for you to hit done to take you back to the import interface. So let's do that. And here we are. You can see the start and end point in the set time range, start end. And now if I hit import, now the artwork here is not important because it doesn't get imported with the ringtone. If I do import, hopefully it should show under ringtones. Now one item was successfully imported. If I open my ringtones, and it is there. And perfect. Now I gotta add one more thing. The ringtones that you import, you are unable to delete them from here. So to be able to delete them, what I've done is an extra tab which will show all the ringtones that you have imported. Now from here you can tap on the ringtone and change its name. Now if I want to get rid of the name of Rihanna, I can just put work and then it's done. Or you can also choose to delete them as well. So I'm not going to do that, I'll just leave them. Just one more thing to keep in mind, when you make any changes, you don't forget to restart the settings app for the changes to take effect. So what I'm going to do, I'll just close the settings app. Now remember, we've changed the name to just work instead of Rihanna work. If I open the settings app, and as you can see, it is right there. I hope you guys find this guide handy and useful, and I hope that you also enjoy using Audicy app. If you guys like it, please spread the word and recommend it to your friends and family. And of course, any questions or issues, please don't hesitate to drop me a line or a tweet. And as always, thank you for supporting my work.